All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from our own personal places of residence. My name's Will DeFries. On my screen is Dave Ruff.
Ooh, Rosie, surprise appearance. What's up, man?
Not much.
How you hanging in there in these times?
They're uncertain, but I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, that's the only thing certain about them.
Yeah. There's only one certainty in life.
I'm great, man. Yesterday this is gonna sound bad, but I didn't have a drink of any kind, and it was probably the first day in many that was the case.
See, I earned a drink yesterday, Dave. Actually, I said as I poured the drink, I said I earned this one, and I thought of you.
How'd you earn it?
I worked out. I abided by the Dave Ruff law of drinking during quarantine.
Are you just like logging 2 miles on the Pelly, then pouring up? Be honest,
dude. I would avoid coming at my my workout yesterday. Your boy set a new PR on a 60-minute ride.
Dude, every ride is a PR for you.
Speaking of 60-minute rides, Dylan Shivery, what up?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hey, guys, what's up? I didn't have a drink yesterday either. Hey, real quick, shout out to the optimized backer. I don't know if y'all checked Reddit yet today. The optimized backer who tested positive for COVID and has recovered.
Oh,
huge.
Wow. Yeah, and got through it while listening to Circling Back. Shout out to that person. Not sure if it's a gal or a dude, but congrats, and we're happy you're doing well.
That's awesome.
Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that maybe Circling Back is a vaccine?
The antidote could be, Dave.
Circling backs
certainly is not. That's really stupid.
Well, I'm glad we could help. Keep the spirits high.
I mean,
that's all we can ask for.
That's all we can ask for.
Dude, we got the magic bullet in the stew today as well. The virtual stew.
Ethernet, mic, the whole deal. I'm not an 8-bit anymore. That joke was short-lived.
Did they name Ethernet after the Nas diss track?
I thought that was a Drake song.
You're too young to know what Ether even was, Brett.
No idea.
That was like 2000. 2002, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
That shit was dope.
Brett wasn't even born yet.
No.
Yeah, I was 5 or 6. I remember I was in kindergarten for like the Y2K situation, and my teacher was a big like Y2K truther, I guess. And so before we left for kindergarten that Christmas break, she was like, "I don't think I'm ever going to see you guys again." I remember being kind of scarred as a kindergartner.
That's a little irresponsible.
R.I.P. IP. This is legit.
You were in kindergarten for Y2K?
Yes.
I was at a New Year's Eve party drinking, and I was 16, I guess. Yeah,
damn.
I was playing NFL Blitz, so not very special.
Dude, that game was tight.
Yeah, it was the best, dude.
Was that the game where you
Da Bomb and Superfly just on a repeat?
I was probably playing doorknob with the boys.
I forgot about doorknob. How did you play again? Didn't you have to, if you didn't touch a doorknob the fastest, then you got kicked in the nuts or something?
No, you got punched repeatedly until you touched the doorknob.
Yeah, that's it. You would just pin someone down until they could touch the doorknob.
What an absurd game that is.
Yeah.
all because you passed gas.
Did you ever play nutball like they did in Jackass?
Never did that.
No.
What's
No,
nutball?
We would play that, unfortunately, and it was the worst game ever. It was a game where you sat on the ground and you spread your legs out as if you were maybe about to stretch or something. And then from a distance, your boy sat at the same thing facing you, and then you would throw a ball in the air and try to nail them in the nuts. And
you couldn't move.
Yeah, if you moved, then they got to rethrow.
It's very, very much a Jackass era type game. Like
Sure.
It's something that if they didn't play it, then I would be surprised.
We played
That's where we learned.
They played it with a bowling ball or something.
That's where we learned it from. Like that's 100%. We just completely saw it on there. It was like, oh, we should start throwing balls at each other's nuts. That would be fun.
Okay. All right. Can I reference one more Jackass thing? It's from one of the movies. Dylan, I swear maybe we haven't talked about this, but it's when Johnny Knoxville has like the that swing trainer that's on a pole, and you hit it, you hit the ball and it spins around and it comes back, and he does that, and the goal is to hit himself in the nuts with it. And
I don't remember that one.
It is so stupid.
Oh man.
I kind of miss Jackass. Staying up past 9:30 to watch Jackass was like the ultimate as a kid.
Jackass the movie still holds up. That's a good flick.
I saw it in theaters with my dad. He was like, "Well, we gotta go see this movie. I hear it's amazing." And I was like, "All right, I guess my dad and I are going to see Jackass on a Tuesday night together."
I love that because Will, I'm not kidding. When I watched one of the Jackass movies with my dad, like at home, we rented it. I've never heard him laugh that hard. The bar scene with Wee Man and the other little person where they keep bringing in the other little people.
Oh my God, Dave, I lost my shit when I watched
my dad was crying. It was hysterical.
Old men love this kind of stuff, dude. I mean, it was the best content.
Okay.
From little kids to old men, it just made everyone crack up.
I know we don't do a lot of movie reviews, but let's go back and revisit some Jackass content.
I might be able to be convinced to do that. I might even try to dig up some old like skate shirts that I can wear for the video of it.
Oh, that scene was so good, Dave.
Oh, the
bar, like, what is going on? Why is everyone's a little person suddenly?
The little police officer comes in with the baton.
Oh man.
Oh, Dylan, people probably miss your laugh, man. How's the ear doing? Can you give us a status update on this whole ear situation?
Have I not been laughing and people are actually missing it? What's the deal?
I was just trying to be nice to you since you've been gone and hurt for a while.
Oh yeah.
Don't ask for clarification on my compliments because there probably isn't much.
All right, so the ear, the pain has subsided, so that's good news. Bad news is it's still leaking when I sleep. I keep waking up in the middle of the night like several times to go like wipe liquid away from my ear, basically. Ugh. And it still feels congested. I can't hear. It's like day 3 of not being able to hear very well from it. I'm a little concerned about that part, but I think the antibiotics is working. But I would like to be able to hear fully again. That would be nice, you know.
I've never had my ear leak before, but that would be something that still concerned me as well. So,
yeah, well, it's a clear. It's not like it's it's not blood or anything weird like that. It's just a clear liquid, and the doctor said it's fairly normal. So I'm not too concerned about that part. But the hearing, I gotta hear. So
every time people can't tell this.
What?
What'd you say, Dave? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, people can't tell us at home, but every time Dylan laughs, a little bit of gunk just shoots out, like it's just. So that's why he doesn't like laughing. Like
Nickelodeon gack coming out of your ears.
No, it's a clear liquid. It doesn't have like an odor to it or anything. It's basically water, is what it feels like.
Okay.
It's like you ever go in a pool or an ocean, and like 6 hours later, you'll be laying down, and water just comes out of your ear.
I'm very susceptible to ear infections after swimming. I have to immediately get in there with the alcohol, swimmer's ear, whatever, and get it out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you are aggressive about that. When we were in Ponte Vedra Beach for the Players Championship, you were just dumping vodka in your ear like all weekend. I was like, dude,
I'm very prone to ear infections, man. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you were. I was like, I didn't know this was. I thought you might have just been like trying to while out with the boys. And then I was like, oh wait,
no, you can. Yeah, you can. In a pinch, you can use alcohol.
Okay.
Dylan's just got a bottle of Tito's. He's like, no, this is all mine, man.
I was using Grey Goose because they sponsored the PGA Tour, so they set our house up with a bunch of Grey Goose. So I was using that to get water out of my ears. It was funny.
Hey, Dylan, is it true that or I'll just let the people at home know, every time Dylan wakes up and there's a little bit leaking, he texts us. He's like, eargasm.
That is also not true, actually.
Guys, I've got Dave's breaking news, and this is legit. This is the one time that having the Masters app still on my phone will pay. 2020 Masters targeting November 9th through 15th.
Wow.
Really? As long as they actually make up for it and have a 2020 Masters, I'll be okay with the situation. Because waking up and realizing that it was Masters week or being reminded of it.
Hey, chill. We're talking about this in a little bit.
Sit well.
Hey, knock on wood here, but have you guys thought about how like September through December is just going to be absolutely wild with sports?
Oh, hopefully we'll have him by then.
I'm knocking on wood, but like the fall packed with everything is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be an all-time couch fall.
I might have to sell a sponsorship or two.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's
that? Announcement before we really dive into this?
We're gonna mix it with spooky season.
What?
Hey, people have been clamoring for a spooky season during quarantine, Dave. What's the deal?
These times are spooky enough.
Yeah, and
It's important to wash your hands and stay home.
Spooky at washedmedia.com. Hey, let's make a couple announcements. First and foremost, our friends over at Roback, they're now offering face masks. These are not eligible with our discount code, but support the cause. These are pre-order, so they can. I'm under the impression that they're going to make a large order of these. So go and pre-order them now. They're selling it to you at cost, so you can't get any better. If you buy other stuff on their site and support them as well, which you should do, use Rosie20 for 20% off. They're doing good things over there. Try to support them. And also, I had one other piece of breaking news. Oh, are we locked? We're locked and loaded for every Friday during quarantine, rocking these live streams on YouTube, right? These things have been fun.
we're gonna do at least one a week, right? But that one's in stone, like that's for sure.
Yeah, Friday's happening.
Okay.
Friday's happening every single Friday. As for another day, we'll be in touch.
Friday is 7.
You never want to overcommit on a Monday just because, like, you don't know how your week's gonna go. You might just get your dick kicked in on Monday and then like, oh shit, I don't want to get drunk tonight. I gotta wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Or you do.
We'll be there Friday, beers in hand, 7:00 Central Standard Time. Wash Media on YouTube. Search it or just go to youtube.com/
youtube.com/c/washed media.
I wish we could just have that /wash media, but
I do
just
too.
hit that subscribe button and make it happen.
What does that C
used to-
stand for?
They
Dave?
used to call Dylan/C.
I don't think so.
Hey, you guys see the cooter board we did yesterday?
No.
Dude, we're not doing cooter boards. That's a mail-in thing. We're not doing that over here.
No less than 25 responses saying nice cooter board, including Lily.
Not a fan of that phrasing.
I'm not either.
It's a little gross. It's a little gross.
Yeah, stop taking something that's like kind of bootleg classy and then like make it just like don't that name attached to it. It just ruins it for me.
Why is charcuterie bootleg classy?
Because like it's something that people do in order to look classy, but like inherently it's not really all that classy. You're just buying a bunch of cheese and meat and putting it down. And I love the fact that it like puts out a classy vibe for sure. I'm very happy about that because I love them. We made this one just this weekend, but like they're not really that fancy. It's just kind of like throwing a bunch of shit on a board.
Don't tell Sally that.
I know she made a good one this weekend. I feel good about it.
We did we did hibiscus jam yesterday. Very solid. Very solid. And bet horses. Love that they're still running.
Did you even have any chutney though?
No chutney. Sorry.
No, it's too bad.
You're a chutney.
Is chutney a region?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
That's Chechnya.
Hey, guys, final piece of business. Sorry, forgot one thing. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
From an early morning breakfast burrito to a bottle of wine after work, sometimes you just need what's delivered to you fast. And that's where Postmates comes in. You guys use Postmates all the time. I used it this weekend to get some pizza because I didn't feel like going out in public. You guys fans of this service?
Yeah. And when you're on lockdown, what better time to use it, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was an ideal situation on Saturday when I was like, man, I just don't feel like doing this right now. And luckily, Postmates was there. Because if you're like me, you're probably starting to think about what to eat for dinner while you're eating lunch. And, you know, we all love food. And that's why we love Postmates. Just say no more trips to the store, no more late night fast food runs. You don't even have to worry about where to grab lunch anymore. Just download Postmates on iOS or Android, find your favorites, and get everything you want delivered within the hour. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code CIRCLING. That's code CIRCLING for $100 of free delivery credit with no minimum purchase for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it. Just Postmate it.
Can I do a Brett's trash food take on Postmates this weekend real quick?
I'm going to hate this take. I can already tell, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
So
dude.
we Postmates yesterday. For the first time in my life, I had Dairy Queen.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to go to bat for Dairy Queen.
What did you get? Food or ice cream?
Why are you Postmating Dairy Queen?
Because we wanted to. We made a like a zucchini noodle and steak dish last night, and then we just wanted something sweet after. And so I got cookie dough blizzard from Dairy Queen.
You Postmated a frozen dessert?
Yes, 2 of them actually.
That's strange.
No.
Hey, nothing wrong with a blizzard though. Nothing wrong with the
no,
blizzard.
nothing wrong with the blizzard.
No,
but to order
Blizzards
it,
are great, but Postmating one is it seems excessive.
it's from
In these
freezer.
uncertain times, I can't imagine doing that.
From freezer at the store to your hand, it's got to be what 20, 30 minutes. It was a little melted, right?
I'll say this: my Postmates driver did great. They got the key, they got the login, whatever. It was fine, all good. I wouldn't deliver ice cream if I were people out there.
What were the other flavors that were up for consideration?
M&M, Reese's, brownie, cookie dough, and like Butterfinger.
Can I give you the wild card? The
Hit me.
dark horse?
This isn't. I know what you're gonna say,
Heath Bar.
dude. That's not a dark horse. Like it's like people love it.
Really?
Hey, backing up for a sec, Brett. Did you say Reese's?
Yeah, Reese's.
He did, Dylan.
It's
There's
Yeah.
only
Reese's.
one E at the end though, so it's Reese's.
You don't say it sounds too much like feces how you're saying it, bro.
Reese's. I don't know. I've said it both ways. I think.
Did you turn it upside down?
No, it was in a condition where you couldn't at that point.
Yeah.
Sally's
On
really
account of the delivery.
annoying, and every single time we go to Dairy Queen, she makes, which is more often than you would think, she makes them turn it upside down for
Really?
her like numerous times.
How many times have you guys hit the Long John Silver's 20 feet from your apartment?
Never, not
Come on.
once. I always look at it and think, man, how is this open? But sure enough, it is.
Is the bean
along
still
this, the what?
open? The bean?
Are
No.
you not going to the bean in these troubling times?
No, last Wednesday I stopped going. I'm kidding. I haven't gone there in 3 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know if they were doing like to-go coffee orders.
I don't know, man. Their most recent price hike would suggest that they weren't doing very well before quarantine, and I can't imagine. Like their coffee went up like $2 a cup.
Hey, back on the ice cream front, Brett, I know the guys know this, but are you aware that I have participated in multiple coning videos?
Really?
I was really I had a weird 2009.
That's so mean. man.
Admit this
Shame on
publicly,
you, David.
dude.
Shame
This-
on
you
you.
should-
Wait.
Say Watch Media goes down the shitter, and you have to like go to a job interview or something, and
Yeah.
like people are going to be like, "Have you ever coned?" And then you're gonna have to say yes.
Yes.
It's pretty harmless. Like the only effect is I get ice cream all over my hand. It's the funniest concept for
You're
that
going to
kind
get
of
a
humor.
stern talking to at some point. The more you do this,
I don't cone anymore. My coning days are behind me.
Alyssa begs to differ.
What does that mean?
She told me you just be coning because you're just so bored during quarantine.
Did y'all see the video that went viral? It was a viral sensation of that bear, and there was like a parking cone turned down, like on its side, and the bear just walked up and picked it up and put it right, and then walked off.
No,
Really?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's great, man. I actually kind of cried watching it.
Damn, Dave. You all right,
You
man?
cry.
I'm addicted to civil service.
Can we talk about what's really important right now? There's a new meme format out here. I don't know when this surfaced, but Dylan brought it to my attention.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Someone retweeted it on the. Actually, it was Joe from LA, our former intern. He put it on the TL yesterday, and there's a thread of them. I think it was about 5 or 6 videos in total. But it's fantastic, and it basically how it works is the first part of the video is showing someone involved in some sort of accident, like that could be very physically harming or even cause death, and then it switches over to these guys who are carrying a casket and dancing to this song. I don't know if my description does it justice. You have to just watch the videos. I quote tweeted it yesterday. They're incredible.
They go to at Dan Nolan, DANNOLAN on Twitter. He has like a whole thread. That's where I saw it first. I think that's what Joe in LA tweeted.
Yeah. This guy has he's found them somewhere.
He covers every angle of the meme, which you love to see. Like you have short form videos that are like 15 seconds or less. You got longer ones that are like 30 seconds, and they all have a different variation of the video of the dudes dancing with the casket. Like there's one where they're like up close dancing with it and like throwing it in the air, and then there's one like a down low cam, and I'm like, okay, like what's going on?
The one I quote tweeted yesterday is kind of an extended cut. It looked like it was this guy who was going around on a swing, like a playground type swing.
Oh my God.
And he was doing full loops of it. And then at one point he was going too fast and he flies off headfirst into a fence. And it immediately cuts to these guys. And it's an extended cut of the dancing with the casket thing. And it just absolutely slayed me. It was incredible.
I'll pull back the curtain. We just have Randy in the lab right now cooking these up.
I told him, I was like, your only job today is to sit there all day and out meme videos with this new format. Like, the reason that these are so funny is because of the sheer volume of them, like in that thread, because it's like one after another. It's just so entertaining to watch.
We're just gonna have to make the thread a circling back thread.
Yes, exactly.
There's one thing to be said about this pandemic is that the memes have been fired during. I mean, no one has anything to do. Everyone's stuck at home. And people are getting pretty creative, which is nice.
I feel weird. Like I haven't posted on like Instagram stories, like anything valid in like feels like months.
We're all stuck at home. There's not much you can do. It's all at home content, man.
So bored.
I'm gun shy. I don't want to overdo it because there's like everybody's doing content and I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to put something up that's generic.
Non-content people are doing content through all this.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that maybe shouldn't be doing content through all this, really.
Like who?
Yeah, name somebody. Like somebody on TikTok.
I mean, y'all can download TikTok, but you don't have to be making TikToks. Not that hard to figure out.
A lot of people, man. They get one taste with the push-up challenge and then it's game over.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know. I respect it. You have to learn someday whether or not you have the content gene. So I guess now's a better time than ever.
There's not a test for that.
Mm-mm.
There's not like a 23andMe result that'll let you know, like,
no
you have the content gene.
Yeah. You're not sitting in your guidance counselor's office when you're 17 years old, just being like, should I take the content test and see if I can hack it there?
You just have to get on a happy hour live with circling back and see if you have it or not.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't subscribe, go subscribe to Washed Media on YouTube. Randy notes that in the private chat.
Yeah, he noted that when we were talking about it.
He needs to oh, he did?
Yeah, shouts to Randy. There haven't really been any other like meme formats that have come out throughout this though that have been like this good.
Not meme formats per se, but people are doing, corona related stuff, and it's just been pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean,
we were getting tagged in the we kept getting tagged in a Jacob Sartorius video.
Dude,
you watch it?
Yeah, I thought it was like, I didn't think it was good, but I didn't see why. I didn't really understand it.
I think people were tagging us because it was so cringe.
Yeah,
I'm also 35.
Yeah, we're in a world where like the Paul brothers exist and like I don't know, all these insufferable internet people exist. Jacob Sartorius has somehow emerged as maybe the most hard to watch, cringy person on the internet.
It's pretty bad.
It's up there. Dylan, why'd you keep taking Park's yard all weekend?
That was a funny video. That kid's got a stroke, man.
Well, dude, I like the one of the dad just taking the kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Oh, that one. I thought you meant the one that I think we posted it yesterday from Circling Back on Twitter. That kid just taking his dad yard. But yeah, the other one was pretty funny too.
The kid that took his dad yards definitely watched some Griffey videos in his day.
Yeah, he had the swing down.
He pissed on that.
If you want your kid to model one swing, are you not going to show him King Griffey?
Yeah,
King Griffey Jr. is the best swing of all time.
Now I might just show him the Gary Sheffield and just have him have the like extreme bat waggle.
Did everybody playing wiffle ball growing up do that?
What
the Gary Sheffield? The waggle
for sure.
Oh, I was doing either Griffey or Sheffield every single time.
It was
I went through a phase when I was a kid to try to emulate King Griffey Jr. from the right side of the plate, obviously, but it didn't work. His swing was incredible, man. Why do
I was
left-handed
always
swings always look better than right-handed swings? I don't get
They
it.
not in golf though.
Not in golf, but in baseball.
Yeah,
Because they're-
baseball, I agree with you, but golf, it's like as a lefty myself, I think it looks weird to watch left-handed swings on TV because
Yeah,
I'm so accustomed to
agreed.
watching right.
I was always emulating Julio Franco, Dylan.
Nobody was. One of the worst all-time batting stances.
Dude, he was a solid Ranger.
He was.
Didn't he play till he was like 50?
Yeah. Well, I think he's one of those
Sierra.
guys. I think he was one of those guys who you didn't actually know what his age was because he like kept it from because he's foreign, right? He's from like the Dominican or something.
I
Yeah,
believe.
I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah. So his age was always in question, but he played well into his 40s for sure.
As did other Ranger great, Ruben Sierra. Remember he did that stint with the Yankees when he was like 45 or something. And I remember seeing him after a Ranger Yankee game. He came to the bar. He came to Sherlock's in Arlington, which is this really shitty bar, but it's Arlington. So what are you going to do? And
I love this bar.
And he was just standing there, just completely jacked and juiced out of his mind. Wasn't talking to anybody, just stood there like, hey, I'm Ruben Sierra. I'm at the bar. It was very uncomfortable, honestly.
Did Alfonso Soriano ever pull any of that before going to the Yankees?
Oh, speaking of Silky,
God,
Yeah.
dude.
him for the Cubs, I just love watching him on Sports Center.
His bat always looked way too big for his body.
He had a weird body. He was jacked,
long,
but like he was like a lean jacked.
Wiry.
Yeah, kind of tight.
Good little leadoff hitter though.
He could probably piss on a golf ball.
I used to love emulating old athletes as a kid. Now that I think about it, like we were always just doing stuff because we saw it on TV. That's like pretty much 90% of what we did. We didn't have iPads to sit with at like dinner and stuff, so we would just like go out in the parking lot and try to like, I don't fucking know.
And try to emulate.
Yeah,
Dave was trying to Euro step like Dirk in the driveway.
emulate us.
No, dude, we were lowering the goal and doing Sean Kemp dunks.
Hell yeah.
Dude, what did you have like that one friend who was always like a little bitch about it? Like he didn't want to lower it. And he was like, dude, no, my dad will get pissed. Like, what if I break it?
Well, because it's
Shut
kind of
up.
it used to be a pain in the ass to lower it and raise it.
Yeah, you used to have like a broomstick and then you have to like turn
Yeah.
it. You'd always risk it falling on one of your heads and cracking your skull open. It's
Yeah,
always-
unless you had like an
dangerous.
actual breakaway rim, which nobody did. Those weren't meant to be like hung on. So we
No.
were
Yes.
throwing these monster dunks down on like a 7-foot rim and hanging on them, and they couldn't handle that.
Hey, what'd you guys put on the back of your hoop so the back would stay down?
We just had a giant bag of sand.
Okay. My buddy put antifreeze in like the back, like you can unscrew the cap and it was like a gas tank. They put
Why?
antifreeze in the back of that.
For what reason?
I have no idea. Is it like heavier than water, I guess?
I do not know. That's weird.
Maybe he didn't have access to running water.
Yeah,
He was my neighbor, so he
My
did.
dad has this massive thing of antifreeze.
No, not to be. I'm gonna flex a little bit. We had the one that went into the ground with the concrete around it.
Oh, you had the concrete.
Oh,
hoop.
wow.
Okay, cool.
Must be
dude.
nice.
Ruff,
Yeah.
be at the Ruff household.
You
huh?
probably had a
couldn't
second
move
fridge
that,
in your
though.
garage too, didn't you?
Yeah.
We actually do have another fridge.
Yeah, must be nice. That's how you know your friend's family. They pulled down some bucks.
Yeah.
They got another
Yeah,
fridge in the garage.
That's
And the
definitely us.
The fridge in the garage was always the beer fridge too, so you'd sneak over there and grab your dad's Michelobes.
Or
It's got
me.
frozen pizzas in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
beers in
a
the
lot of
fridge.
frozen pizzas. A lot of Supremes in there.
There's steak in there from like 3 years earlier.
Those icy pops too.
Oh
like
yeah,
100-pack of them.
Dude, that was just the best.
they would ruin the corners of your mouth, but
Oh, dude, the icy pop. The key was you just let it melt and then you just
Yep,
drink it.
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
No, you don't drink
You let it melt some, not all the way. You let it melt
Yeah,
some. So
you
it's
can't
like
just drink the whole thing. That's
slushy.
sugar water.
Watch me.
What's the point of freezing it in the first place? You're just gonna melt it.
let it melt a
guys
little
like
bit, not all the
slushy?
way.
No, man. I bite
slushies
that.
sucked. I loved icy pops, but slushies themselves sucked. Like 7-Eleven slushies, no,
Calm down, Brett.
What a terrible, terrible take.
hate them. It's just
No.
pixie dust and like pixie sticks. Also terrible.
Dude, shut up. Your food takes lately have just been trash.
I just don't like
Yeah.
sweet
Dude,
stuff.
did y'all's school in like 7th or 8th grade, middle school, junior high do a candy sale like one Friday a month? And It makes no sense. It was like at school, not like you were selling the candy, but they would like open up the reset, like a long recess at the end of the day, and you could go buy candy. And so you're just walking around with like not the regular pixie stick, but the hilariously thick and long one. And you're just walking around with that and like a Coca-Cola and then like some Gushers.
Oh my God. No, we didn't do that in my school.
Those fundraisers we had to do as kids, like, did those actually raise funds, or was that just a pyramid scheme involving a bunch of like underage workers?
It was definitely a pyramid scheme.
It was the first pyramid scheme.
Like, were you guys selling like Morley chocolate like I was? I was just peddling Morley chocolate.
Oh, we were doing like the Nestle.
We had some other version, and like if you sold enough, you would get like. At one point, we were selling Little Caesars pizza kits.
Dude, that's kind of
Little Caesars just dipping their toe in the game.
Dude, I have a box of chocolate bars in my pantry right now because Parks, as a pre-K kid, had to sell them, which just means his parents had to sell them, and we sold like, I don't know, 5 out of the 60, so I had to buy the rest of them myself.
You're just part of the scheme.
You put it on the cup.
Why did we
put it on the company?
Like, you
No.
know, I like chocolate bars.
Dude.
I would have bought some.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Dude, that's too
They're pretty
young.
good,
They
though.
don't need to be
Meeting
doing
them
sales at 5 years old.
No, it's
Right? He was 4 at the time. Like, he's not going to sell these. I'm going to have to sell them, people.
I can remember going door to door and like being on the street over and going up to like houses that I was always like kind of scared of, and like always, there was somebody there that just looked sketchy, and I would just go knock on their door, and some of the people were just patently unfriendly. I'll just be honest.
Dude, we used to sell these things called gold cards, and they would get you a discount at like local stores.
We did that too.
For the football team. And it was just basically like whoever's parents worked at the biggest office sold the most. That's basically how that worked.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Rich dad, poor dad.
There's always some kid out there who had like a bunch of family, and then he like pawned it off to them and stuff too. It was just shitty. Let's talk about this. You guys hear this sad news out of the Bronx Zoo?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
I don't like
know,
this.
man. Like, I thought this entire time, I thought animals were good.
I heard the same shit, man.
I'll be honest. When I got this text from you guys, I thought Tiger Woods had coronavirus.
No,
Or
that's
Big
not
Cat.
the text I would send. That is not the text that I would send if Tiger Woods had it. That's like phone call stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brett, are you sitting down?
I am.
So
Okay,
here,
I don't know.
yeah, thank you for doing the stand-up challenge, Brett.
You're
So
welcome.
it says Nadia, a tiger at the Bronx Zoo in New York, has become the first of her kind to test positive for coronavirus. The 4-year-old female Malayan tiger tested positive after developing a dry cough and is expected to recover, the Wildlife Conservation Society's Bronx Zoo said in a news release. And then there were some others as well. It wasn't the only big cat at the zoo to get to test positive, unfortunately.
This is the first confirmed animal case, correct?
I believe so. At least in the States. I'm not positive about worldwide, and I'm not sure if even if something had one worldwide, they would even take it into consideration.
Yeah, on Twitter I saw an announcement that dogs were apparently immune to it. So I assumed all animals were, but now I'm not even sure dogs are. Like, what's going on?
Well,
I think there have been a couple of dog cases worldwide.
Oh, really?
It's a little scary. Even news about how humans need to handle this is ever changing. So now I'm like, all right, maybe dogs aren't as safe as I thought they were.
Man,
That's sad.
Yeah, I'm not letting Randy go out and about like I used to. Like, he's not going to the store anymore by himself without a mask at least.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does a tiger cough?
I imagine I imagine a big cat cough is similar to a house cat cough.
I've never heard a cat. I just haven't heard a cat cough.
Hacking up a
Oh, I guess I've heard him hack up hairballs. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds kind of like a human cough.
Cats are weird, man.
Yeah. No thanks. I'm not getting a cat.
Sometimes you
This
just
is
gotta-
one of those stories that I thought was going to turn into like a Joe Exotic meme. I didn't think it was real when I first read it. I was like, oh, okay, where's this going? We're going to do some Doc Antle bits here. But no, it's just a real news story.
Yeah, you can't turn it into a meme though.
No.
If there's one thing that's off limits, it's big cats. Big Cat's got second place in Bit Madness, correct?
I believe so.
Man, if I knew this news, they might get the nod. Actually, I think I voted for Big Cats. Actually,
I thought the consolation game was two of my more favorite bits in the championship game.
Yeah, can we actually vote on the constellation game? We kind of need to know who got third place here.
Was it Wilmons versus Bluetooth?
Yeah, it was Bluetooth speakers versus Wilmons.
Yeah, I mean that's an all-time match.
Oh, that's tough.
Whoa.
It's a hard one. I'll be honest, that's a matchup that I don't even want to vote on.
I'll vote. I'm going Wilmots. It's a future revenue stream.
It's a current revenue stream, just to be clear.
Yeah, I think you got
That's actually very
It has available at washmedia.com/shop. We sold a ton of them somehow, and I love it.
This motherfucker's gonna act like Bluetooth speaker is not a revenue stream.
That's true. That's true.
I just don't think we have the technology on our side. We can't build one from the ground up. We could lease though.
But we have the Raycon sponsorship now, so it's already paying dividends. This is great.
True. We do have a Bluetooth.
Raycon!
Dude, how lit?
Sponsor.
We're giving them so many free reads right now. It's not good.
You know what? I don't care. I love their product. I genuinely love their product. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
We don't have a read for another 2 weeks, but like I love this. So
Yeah, I mean, they're good. What were we talking about?
Big Cat's
Dylan's son, it was Wilmons versus a Bluetooth speaker. The fictional restaurant versus a speaker.
The financial well-being. Yeah. No, I'm not. I can't vote. We can't do that.
No,
hey, what? Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was going to say, like, are they not worried about the virus mutating? Is that a thing that still happens? Because that scares me.
I've wondered that as well, but to be honest, even though I've wanted to ask Sally, I'm worried that I ask her too many questions about coronavirus in the first place, and I do worry that some of my questions are going to come off very dumb. So I've kind of stopped asking her, but I do want to know, like, can COVID-19 turn into COVID-20? Like, is that something that we need to be worried about? Like, I don't know.
I've looked into this too because that was my first concern. And it sounds like it has mutated a little bit. Like the States version is a little different than the Chinese version. But the mutations thus far aren't enough to drastically change the therapy routine or drastically change the mortality rate. So it's mutating slowly is the correct answer.
That's hot.
Which is good. Knock on wood.
Yeah, slower the better.
I didn't want to ask it because I didn't want to like speak it into existence.
That's fair too.
I just did because I have to ask the important questions.
What's going to suck is I think what it sounds like is this is just going to be, I hesitate to call it the flu, but it's going to come around every year type of thing. It's going to be another coronavirus.
But there'll be hopefully vaccines at that point. So
correct. Yeah. So you'll get your corona shot along with your flu shot, and you're going to do the whole 9.
I think I heard that Johnson & Johnson has a vaccine, and I think this is 60 minutes. I heard this somewhere. 13 months is the absolute soonest. Like has to go through like 13.
Okay.
Has to go through trials. It's normally like a 5 or 6 year process, but they're going to cut some of that red tape.
Hey, middlemen, get the fuck out of here.
Bye, middlemen.
That's all the middlemen in America right now.
Yeah, that's definitely them.
So. Yeah, the middlemen industry.
We didn't talk about the dudes holding the casket.
Yes, we a little bit.
They're dressed up like almost like African warlords, like in like these suits, and they look badass. Like they look like they're gonna fuck shit up, and I definitely want them carrying my casket.
Yeah, I don't like to glorify like death or anything, but if my funeral is not like that, then this is on you guys.
Yeah, I need to know more about these funerals and why they're so lit like that. What part of the world this happens? A celebration. They're going off. They're
low-key Dothrakis, dude. They just go hard at major events in life.
Maybe it's a Dothraki funeral.
Mm-hmm. That's the only Game of Thrones reference I can make, so we're good.
because you watched episode 1.
Yeah, it was
Or
tight.
at least
though.
part of it. Yeah.
I thought it was a movie, and then when I got done, I was like, well, that's kind of uneventful at the end, and that, like, the girl just jumped out of a window, and I was like, oh, that was quick. So,
It wasn't a girl.
The girl jumped out of the window.
It was a boy, and he was pushed.
whatever. Hey, can we also talk about the Tiger King bonus episode that might be released?
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, what?
Do we need this?
I don't know. Like the only thing that's been this will be a niche reference. The only thing we need less than this is I think Wyatt and Darlene right now. Anyone get that? Nope. Except for one. Okay.
Why did they withhold this episode to begin with? If it's worthy of a Netflix airing, then why not play it up front?
Do you think they? I mean, this is an honest question. Is this just like a giant cash grab from Netflix? Because
they cut this together after the fact?
Had to.
I feel like they had the perfect opportunity with Tiger King. It was the most popular show during the one time where everyone is being told by everyone else to stay inside and watch TV. So like the numbers on that have to be some of the cockiest numbers you've ever seen on a Netflix. I feel like there are people that watch that I've never even talked to about TV before that are like, have you seen Tiger King?
Did you see the video of him that was released talking about how it's not fair that he can't use the N-word?
No.
I did see that.
Joe Exotic said this?
Joe Exotic, yeah, he's being filmed like he's recording one of his shows, and he's talking about how it's unfair that rappers can use the N-word and black people in general, but he can't do it.
That's a take I would holster if I'm him.
Gotta say,
yeah, I would think so. You keep that one, you keep that one in the chamber, man.
I gotta say, no one's surprised.
No,
like that doesn't shock anyone that Joe Exotic would have that take, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
What take has he not had? I feel like Joe Exotic is a volume shooter, and we just get to see, like, we've already had someone whittle it all down into this documentary, so we just see the stuff that's like really wild.
Hey, and one more Joe Exotic take. I'll watch this new episode if it gets released. I'm sure we all will.
Yeah.
Can we not do a movie? Can we not do that? I don't know if that's really going to happen. I saw that Dak Shepard and all those celebs a couple weeks ago and David Spade were kind of having a back and forth on who gets to play Joe Exotic in the movie. We don't need that, right?
No, we absolutely do not need a movie about this. And I think anyone who thinks that, like, in terms of Netflix series, this was like, it was good and everything, but like the first 3 episodes carried the entire series. The end of it, I was like, all right, I'm kind of over this.
Let me ask you guys this. If quarantine is not happening, does Tiger King take off the way it does?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, not. I think it's
I
still.
don't think so.
I think it still does, dude.
It's wild.
It's the most fun. It's the most fun I've had watching a doc in maybe ever.
The first 3 episodes, I agree. The last 4 episodes are not fun to watch at all.
Well, they're not fun, but like, dude, like even the last episode, like you're still getting like new characters introduced who are absurd, and there's like subtle, funny things about them, like the campaign manager. Like that was maybe my favorite part was him running for governor.
I think it's very, very popular, but I don't think the same people are going to watch it if not for quarantine. There's a lot of like parents and stuff that are asking about it, and I'm like, man, like this is just not something that would ever be on my parents' radar, but because they're stuck at their house, they're watching it.
That's definitely true, but Netflix doesn't release their streaming numbers, so we will never know, right?
I respect the hell out of that. They don't need to prove it to anybody. We know they're the big dogs.
Yep. I know, but I want to know.
I know. I would love to know. I would love to know that stuff.
Does reopening the case give you any intrigue? Like I just don't.
But I don't even know what cases are like going on right now. You know, like there's so many. I feel like there's so much legal stuff happening that like, what's the big? I don't know. Just leave it.
That's somehow the rumor that the disappearance of Carol Baskin's husband that was being reopened. But is that actually happening, or is that some Twitter thing?
I don't know. It could be a Twitter thing, but if that's going to get reopened, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Carol Baskin's husband. Cue the music.
That bitch Carol Baskins.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was looking at something else, trying to figure something out. Are you guys aware of what we have in front of us right now? Dylan,
No.
this could potentially be your first audition.
A pandemic.
Oh. New sponsor alert. New sponsor. I
You guys
am going to
ever heard-
audition, by the way.
Yeah, you should audition, dude.
Oh, I am.
This shit.
You know, Mike is auditioning too, right?
I'm not worried about Micah. Trust me.
Well, you should be worried about me, cowboy, because I am. I'm cutting it. I actually am already working on cutting a tape, and I've got ins at the state fair.
I'm also.
I got the plug. I got the connections. So. But Dylan, they want something different, man. They don't want you doing your impersonation of Big Tex. They want something fresh.
Dave, I've been practicing. I got my own spin on it. Don't you worry.
Hey, can we get one more new sponsor alert before we announce the new sponsor?
New sponsor alert.
There we go. Aveo contacts, people. Daily contact lenses are easy and convenient, which are two things we all need right now. Working from home, staring at screens, chasing kids around the yard all day. Wouldn't it be nice to have a comfortable, technologically advanced contacts delivered to your door? You got to think so. Aveo provides soothing, hydrating, all-day comfortable daily contacts at an affordable price delivered right to your door. So there's no more buying crazy expensive boxes of contacts in bulk. It's the only subscription contact lens company that offers both regular daily contacts and daily toric contacts for astigmatism. Brett, unfortunately, no one on this podcast wears contacts. We all have just like amazing vision and we can't help it. Brett, you are currently dating somebody who has used Aveo contacts. Can you speak to them?
I did the process with her. We were sitting at her kitchen table, and it is incredibly easy to get this thing done, to get these contacts. And now she's been wearing them for about a week and a half, and she loves them. Like literally, she's like, I know this is like a sponsor thing, but she is converted to Aveo contacts full time.
Ooh, love hearing it.
Yo,
she does the Aveo, the Hello, not the Joy. The Joy is for astigmatism, but she just has the daily Hello contacts. They're fantastic.
There you go.
Hello.
Part of your daily routine.
Forget
you guys want the deal? Are you guys ready for the deal?
Hit us.
They're offering our listeners the best deal they have anywhere. Get a 10-day trial pack for $1. That's $1 at aveovision.com/circling. Spelled AVEOvision.com/circling for your 10-day trial pack for $1. You're not going to get this deal anywhere else. Go to aveovision.com/circling. Have you guys also heard the news? The Dave Ruff Swing Academy is open for business. David, we have the owner here.
Thank you for having me on, Will.
Yep. Can you speak to your new swing academy that you've opened?
Yeah, it's actually the David Ruff Swing Academy 2.0. And the reason it's 2.0 is because we have now opened up an indoor facility.
Wow.
And it comes with a hitting turf and a net.
For anyone out there who wasn't aware of your outdoor facility, can you explain how to get there and maybe tell the people about that?
Well, if you're interested in a private lesson, DM me. Otherwise, I won't be sharing my my address publicly. That being said, while we do not have a liquor license yet, that just means you can bring your own beer. So it is BYOB. Wow. So feel free to bring one beer, and we'll do exactly one lesson. We're calling it Just the Tips because it's me giving you tips on golf. It's going to be good.
Damn it, if you show up with a 6-pack of beer, you better have 5 of your boys sitting in the car waiting for their lesson too.
Yeah. And actually, don't show up with 5 of your lads in the car because, I mean, dude, look, we're all trying to keep 6 feet. All instruction will be from a distance. I'll be standing in my driveway with my garage door open as I watch your swing. And we'll break it down. We don't have a track man, but we got the D man. And it's honestly yielding some pretty dope results so far.
What did you just say?
I think you heard me loud.
Track man, but
I don't know why when you said that thing about not having a track man, but having the D man, the song Scat Man just came into my head. But
dude, that's even better than having the track man.
That's rough.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you guys out.
So dude, I'm really excited.
So how high in the bag can you go in your garage, Dave?
Well, look, at the Dave Ruff Swing Academy 2.0, we focus mainly on punch shots. Where it's important to be a good wind player, especially living in Texas. So pretty much everything where we're going to work on is going to be ball at the back of your stance, face a little bit shut, working it under the wind. Mainly because it's hard to get a full swing off with the garage, but it's fine. It's a ball striker's game. Anybody can pull pipe and bomb it off the tee. Where you're really going to make up strokes is by just putting it back a couple inches in the stance and just letting it rip.
I love imagining the boys just standing around your open garage, just having one beer each, just with their hybrids out, just taking punch shots into a net.
Mm-hmm.
With just the Yacht Rock XM radio just playing on a Bluetooth speaker. Someone might even.
Kind of sounds fantastic, honestly.
This sounds great.
And we have nothing.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that we do one artist. We do nothing but Hornsby all day. It just lightens the mood. You walk in, you crack a Stella or a Peroni or even a Tiger, a Singha. We're having fun. It's a low pressure environment. Like a lot of these swing instructors, they want to get technical and break down every aspect of your swing, and they're obsessed with launch angle and speed. I don't even care. I don't even care if you have speed. You can come in with like a 60-mile-an-hour swing speed. I don't care. What matters is that you have fun.
Are you teaching short bat swings to everybody?
I am.
Can I do a celebrity guest clinic at some point?
Oh, you're more than welcome to. I love working with other people, other minds in the industry. Will, you included, man. We just got to get together and see what happens.
We have a new patented strategy over at the Will DeFreeze Swing Center. It's just called, I think I'm just going to run it on up there. And so I think we're going to do teaching behind that.
Actually, Will, we can work with you, but not Dylan, because there is a height limit. It's 5'11", actually. So, man, Dylan, we're gonna. Well, we could go out back to the David. I'll take you out to the backyard to the range to the David Ruff Swing Academy 1.0.
We round down, right? Because I am technically 5'11 3/4.
Right. I think
5'10", unfortunately.
Will, I got something for you too, man. I've even got a couple different putters you can work on out there, and we could work on the putting Will method. 100 yards in. It's
going to be like a bit one day that I pull out a putter to like, I don't know, on a par 3, and then I'm going to get a hole in one, and it's just going to be embarrassing. I'm not going to be able to like actually like do anything with it.
That's not going to happen.
So you're saying you're going to putt from the tee box and get a hole in one?
That's not going to happen.
Dude, Kaiser, I'm going to get a hole in one at Kaiser on number like 14 or whatever that par 3 is. It's going to happen for me in my life. I swear.
With a putter?
Yeah. Who knows? There's
Texas wedge.
There were some holes at Cabot that were shaved all the way down to the green from about 100 yards out. So you did putt.
That's hot.
It was like your second shot, and you putt down into the bowl like a 75-yard putt. That was fun.
Dude, I feel like all those golf meme accounts had that video of a dude getting an ace, or at least getting close. I think it was at Bandon Dunes, like putting off the tee box.
Oh yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
Some of those courses, they just shave the whole thing down. Dylan knows.
I like a little bit of a runway, like just in case, like I leave it short.
Yeah, just a little.
Do we want to talk about the fact that we just don't have that it's Masters Week, and like we're just.
I need golf, man.
I kind of don't want to talk about it, honestly. It's so upsetting.
They released the full schedule.
Were you going to go this year, Dylan, without telling us or anything? Or
no, I wasn't going to do that this year. I already pulled that once on you guys. This is my favorite sporting week of the year, man. It really is.
Dylan, serious question for you. How are they able to keep the prices so low in the grounds?
I do not know.
It's like $4 for a beer, right?
Probably because they get so much goddamn social media coverage out of it that like they'd be idiots to not.
I think it's like $3.50 or $4 for a beer, and a premium is like $1 more or 50 cents more, something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, sandwiches.
I'm sure they make their
$1
elsewhere
or $2, huh?
Much like us, Washed Media, they are all about the patrons doing what's best for them. We kind of modeled ourselves after them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is.
That's true.
We're the masters of podcasts.
everything around the food situation at the Masters is obviously really expensive, lodging and everything. So when you're there, it feels like everything's free. You just go run through the concession area and load up on beers and sandwiches and shit, and it's like $6. It's tight.
You and John Daly go to the Hooters after?
I met John Daly at the Hooters there. He just planned it. He just camps out there the whole time.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
His RV is like there, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do a little Masters like themed Sunday a little bit. I think I might get some pimento cheese and
Ooh. I don't hate that
accoutrements.
idea. I assume that the Golf Channel, they're going to be airing that shit all week, right? Like just reruns.
Well, on YouTube, the Masters channel, which actually we have a channel on YouTube, Watch Media. You should go search that and subscribe to it. But the Masters channel, they have a lot of final rounds on there, like full final rounds that you can just watch. And so I think I might just pop one on and just like pump it through the Sonos speakers and just let some birds chirp.
I would have watched last year's again.
I believe starting Wednesday they're going to be airing, I think nonstop Masters stuff on Golf Channel, like classic rounds.
I might do like Tiger 97 or something. Just take it back. I haven't watched that full in the long. I mean, since 97, I don't think I've watched highlights.
Standard definition.
Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see some for a bit. Maybe just the last like hour and a half.
Man, I was getting sad this week though, because like 6 months, like another 6 months for Tiger. Like he's 6 months older, you know, like that's sucks.
6 months more of healing though for the back.
True. What's kind of weird about the entire, like all these sports things, it kind of makes me realize how much in my head that the general calendar is built into the sports calendar for me, that it doesn't even feel like it's Masters time because I just know it's not even on the table.
I know.
It's like, it doesn't matter what day it is or what time of year it is right now. We're just stuck inside.
Okay, can I give you the schedule that they just released? We'll see if this happens. PGA August 6th, Ryder Cup September 25th, the Open, U.S. Open, September 17th, and then the Masters in November.
So we're going U.S. Open, Ryder Cup back to back.
This fall is going to be lit. That's awesome,
dude.
Hey, and it's stacked.
So Masters is broadcast on CBS, correct? Sunday?
Yes.
Jim Nantz theoretically has a game on Sunday.
He's got more important things to attend to.
Brett, they'll work it out, man. Chill out.
Ooh. There's no way Nance misses the Masters. They'll let Romo do a game by himself.
Sponsored by Vineyard Vines. He's not taking Masters week off to do like an SEC game and like.
Go bring somebody out of the bullpen.
Yeah,
give somebody a shot with. I bet you Romo wants to do the Masters. He'd rather do that than like week 11 football.
That's why he signed on with CBS. He was like, "No, I'm eventually going to get that Masters spot."
Definitely.
Oh, he's going to.
Definitely. Man, I can't wait for the ball.
The fallout of this is going to be interesting because, like, what Brett just brought up, like, I hadn't thought of that. I'm really interested. This is very lofty. Like, they're going to start playing again in June with no fans. Like, I don't know, dude.
Are they? Is that part of the plan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I hope it works out, but
I don't get why any company or like organization or league or whatever would make any claims as to like publicly as to when they're coming back. Like I feel like you just gotta like play it all by ear and then just make like once it's like all the dust is settled, you're like, all right, we're back to normal stuff in 2 weeks. But like announcing it this early, I'm like, too much can go wrong. They're not going to be doing golf. Who knows? I'm a cynic.
Damn, dude. So all that, the PGA through the Masters, including the playoffs and the Tour Championship, the U.S. Open, Ryder Cup, that's a 100-day span.
It'll be fun.
That's so much.
That'll be fun.
That's incredible.
So much awesome golf in the 100 days.
I feel bad to our friends over at the PGA Tour and how little college football they're going to get to watch.
Should we just be real and travel around to all these golf tournaments?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to sell it. No jokes.
Sell that right now.
Yeah, but it'd be a real shame if you got us a sponsor for one of those.
Oh, no.
I'm saying everybody's got people at school and like, I don't know. I'm going to try to sell it.
Be a real shame if we launched a golf pod with hashtag.
Yeah. No one
Wow.
wants that.
Wow.
Brett, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you have any breaking news for us today?
As a matter of fact, Will, I do. It's a personal piece of news.
Oh, great.
I have no interest on my student loans until I think September.
That's huge.
Yeah,
Good for you, and I assume everyone else.
I would think so. If you're a Navient person,
That's big news for me, who married someone just riddled with student loans right now.
Nice.
So.
Unless your student loan debt is private, right?
Correct.
Private.
If you have private student loan debt, it's up to your financier. Who is the owner of
Lender?
the lender? Yeah, up to your lender. But if you
The
have
loaner of the loan.
federal student loan debt, no interest for a while. I
There you
think like in some cases you cannot pay for it too, but I think you have to be unemployed or laid off.
Still waiting on somebody just to go ahead and hack that and like eliminate all that debt. But
Yeah, someone.
how's
just
that not
figured out
happen?
the mainframe. What's the
All you
deal?
gotta do is get in and like backspace, right? Like that's pretty much it.
Just delete the code.
Oops, it's gone. Like,
Oh
it doesn't seem-
no.
They're not gonna miss
Isn't
that money.
Any bro out there who like went to MIT and can figure this shit out? Like, it can't be that difficult.
Yeah.
Do you have any other breaking news, Brett? Or is it just student loans?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of masters stuff, and then Corona. Like, I don't know. The timeline is pretty one dimensional these days, guys.
Yeah,
Brett,
it's tough.
Brett, I don't want to bust your balls too hard, but like your breaking news story about them canceling the interest rates on the debt, that was like 3 weeks ago.
I think I finally got the email though from Nappy.
Okay. I'll let you have it.
And there's other breaking news that I have to tell you guys after the podcast I'm excited about.
Ooh. Okay.
Daddy like.
That's about it. I mean, I got an alarm going. I'm a mess over here, but that's about
this
it.
fucker. I'm about to break.
Should we get out of here?
No, let's keep
Right,
going.
Right,
Dylan hasn't talked in about 18 minutes, so
Yeah, I'm worried about Dylan's ear when he gets a little too quiet.
if Dylan wants to punch out, it's fine.
Dude, it was great to have you back.
It's good to be back, man. I miss you guys. Miss your handsome faces.
If you could just stop sending those texts now about your ear leaking.
Drip, drip, drop. There goes an eargasm. That's what he's
It's
always
been-
sending.
It's been leaking for like almost a week straight now. I'm tired of this shit.
You'll get through it. I have faith.
Have you tried putting a little olive oil, a couple drops of olive oil down there?
No? What does that do?
I'm really into homeopathic remedies, so
Hey,
Have you
Gabe,
tried sleeping with AirPods in so that they can't just leak out?
I haven't tried that either. That's no.
oh, put a cork in it.
Yeah.
I'll probably
You
just
probably
let it leak.
Dylan, you probably have one of those butt plugs still. Why don't you just pop it in there?
I've never owned a butt plug, Dave. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
you need like a little
you go.
ear plunger that you just pop in.
I'll probably just continue letting it leak and,
Dave,
what
why'd you
happens.
drop a gram mid live stream?
Because I knew it would do gnomes.
Did it?
We're north of 3K at DC Ruff on Instagram, so I would say, yeah, it did gnomes, Dylan.
Oh, man.
I think we should all be dropping grams in the middle of the live stream. We should make that a ritual.
I don't have anything to gram.
I have
Yeah, I don't
nothing
either.
Instagram. Yeah,
You
there's
think
no
I do?
Instagram right now.
You think I do?
I'm gonna have to go to the Dave Ruff Swing Academy and get like a mid swing thing.
I'm gonna get Parks to take a picture of me here at the crib or something.
He's done
man.
it before.
He's done it
He's done it before.
I know he has. He's a great photographer.
Yeah, I don't know when the next time I'm going to get a gram off is. It's kind of unfortunate.
Hey, the
Can
sun's
I
peeking
recommend-
through.
Like, dude, I'm desperate.
Oh, is the sun coming out? I've
Oh,
needed
yeah.
it, man.
Yeah.
Got a little
Oh, yeah.
sun
It's about to
today.
get real nice today. Rosie's going to be very happy with the regimen
Okay.
that she gets early this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going on a walk today.
Big.
Wow.
Oh
You're
wow!
gonna
This
walk.
Brett's breaking news.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how sad it is that, like, I mean, not sad because this does sound dope even if we weren't quarantined, but like just the thought of standing around Dave's garage when we were talking about it earlier, I was like, God, I would do so much just for doing that right now.
Like salivating at the thought of
Yeah, it's
being
like,
able to hang out. And
oh,
have
man.
dinner.
Hornsby, Peronis.
Does sound fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds great. It's just like, man, how desperate are we to like do something?
Randy could come over too, and we just have him fix the Twitch stream inside.
It's weird. I've gotten so used to only talking to you guys that talking to other people just makes me want to do stuff more. So when I produced the mail-in the other day with the girls, like hearing Alyssa, I was like, man, I just want to go to Matt's El Rancho with everybody and just like mix it up all night. Just have some.
The first
Hey,
match
what's
we all get back. Go ahead, Dylan. Sorry.
What's the first plan? Like when we can finally leave the house, what are we gonna do? Like where are we going? Who's going? What are we gonna do? Matt?
Well, you know what to do.
Is that what I'm doing?
Who died?
It's coronavirus. We're celebrating the death.
The death of the virus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need margaritas, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Matt's and we're gonna show up at like 7:15 and they're gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be a 7-hour wait.
Can you imagine the first night it's okay to go to Matt's? They're gonna have 40 million people at the door.
Yeah, we have to get there at like 3:30.
Dude, Matt, it's gonna be responsible for relaunching the virus.
Yes.
Like, right? It's gonna be the new epicenter.
Do you think Matt's is going to stay open on Tuesdays through this? Now that they're open on Tuesdays, doing curbside delivery or curbside pickup?
Oh, I didn't know they were.
They're making a lot of changes there. I'm a little worried about the management.
Still?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Dylan, you mentioned Margs. Saturday night, I had the most fun I've had during quarantine. I was making homemade Margs, housing them, and I was watching T-Pain versus Lil Jon beat battle on Instagram. And it was the most fun I've had. It was so good.
Oh my!
T-Pain has some heaters.
Dude, T-Pain is shit.
Here's my issue.
So
I don't like watching stuff long form like that on my phone.
I hate it because I can't text and stuff. I agree with that, but
yeah,
it was late. It was like 10 or after, so I was just going in on my kitchen island.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get down with like long live streams of anything on my phone. It has to be from a laptop, which I'm glad we're doing YouTube instead of like just Instagram lives or something like that, because the phone just doesn't work for me. I got to be able to text the squad and laugh along with them.
Can you watch an Instagram live on your laptop? I've never tried it.
No, you cannot.
I don't know.
They did add messages to the desktop version, but
maybe some users can watch lives.
Oh, did they really?
That's definitely.
Yep, they did.
Should we get out of here, boy?
That's fun.
It was fun.
We'll be back tomorrow. I got some more stuff stories. We'll also it's grab bag season on Patreon. Patreon.com/circling back podcast. Again, Patreon.com/circling back podcast. Get in, get out for $5. That's all you have to spend in order to get some skin in the game. If you really want to ball out, we got that $10 option too.
Oh shit!
Otherwise, we're all good.
Hey, and thank you to all the patrons who currently do subscribe.
Yeah,
and I know money's not flowing around for everybody out there right now, so we thank you guys that you're continuing to support our business as well.
I would shake everyone. I would shake every one of your hands personally if I could.
I would foot bump all of you if we were in a bar together right now.
I would mouth kiss every single one of you if I could.
That's not friendly.
Jesus, Dylan. In this climate.
I'm just
Let's get out of here on that note.
Bye.